Hello, my name is Colin Newton. I'm an educational psychologist, have been for some 36 years, and co-founder of Inclusive Solutions. Now, Inclusive Solutions, we do anything that would promote inclusion, and we're big fans of group problem solving. And sometimes people say, well, why group problem? Have we got time for group problem solving? What's the point of group problem solving? Why on earth would you want to do this? And the reason we would, this video is simply about that. Why should we engage in group problem solving? And now the group problem solving would be most closely connected is the work of solution circles, and that came out of Toronto and North America, Inclusion Press, Jack Pierpoint, Marsha Forrest and team. And we've kind of evolved this into insights and solution circles, and probably more famously around the UK, the Circle of Adults process. All of these being group problem solving processes. The solution circle just simply 20 minutes, insights and solution circles 40 to 60 minutes, Circle of Adults more like an hour and a half. But why would you do this? Well, we believe, and I've got plenty of evidence now to show, that as soon as a group sits down together to problem solve, there's every chance we can strengthen a child's inclusion, especially when there's issues around challenging behaviour. So that's one of the main reasons we're doing this kind of activity. We want to bring people together. We want to keep the ownership where it needs to be, rather than looking to outside experts to come in with pearls of wisdom, which are often very frustrating and a long way from the reality of the classroom of the school. The idea is to gather the people most closely connected with that child, with that young person, maybe facing the biggest challenges around inclusion, and asking them to get creative. And running them through a process, kind of a structured, facilitated process that gets the best out of them, that goes deep around the problem, but then allows some creativity to kind of pull out a range of ideas and processes and concepts and new ways in. So we know it supports the ownership of that young person, and the ownership, of course, of the solutions that then get generated by the problem solving. So it supports inclusion, good quality group problem solving. It allows ownership of solutions and, of course, the problem and, of course, the whole process. The ownership is kind of sitting beautifully with that group themselves. And I think the other piece is they're much more likely to follow through on ideas they have generated, rather than those that have come in from those visiting experts, which in some ways can be quite disempowering. So the ownership sits very strongly with the group. They've generated the ideas. They can be helped by a facilitated process, but they've generated a range of ideas that they like, they know will work because they've mentioned them in their own setting, rather than ideas they may see as unrealistic coming in from the outside. Obviously, it's important to have some people within the group who can generate some fresh thinking, who can come in with some good ideas, rather than things that have already been tried in the setting. But that being by the by, we'd like to see inclusion being supported by this process. Obviously, we've got the ownership around the ideas and the processes and the outcomes, and it's much more likely that those ideas will be followed through. So for all those reasons, we think it's well worth group problem solving. And if you want to read more about the Circle of Adults process, you can watch videos on our YouTube channel or find out more on our website itself. If you've enjoyed this video today, give us a like, perhaps drop us a comment, and if you'd want to hear more of this kind of stuff, subscribe. Thanks for listening.